Hey, divine ones. How y'all doing? Come on in and chat with me this Saturday afternoon. Give y'all a little bit to come on in. A little bit of time. Come on in. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Yes. All my divine ones. Yes. All of my beautiful and handsome divine ones. Yes. So we're going to do it a little bit different today, y'all. It's going to be different today. I have a special guest that's going to be joining me today. And many of you may already know her. Her name is Terri Couser. Okay. She is a divine one, baby. She's a beautiful divine one. And she's also the hostess for next Saturday for our events in Atlanta, Georgia. If y'all ain't got y'all tickets, you better go ahead and get them, baby, okay? Because they selling out and they selling out quick. So I'm getting ready to bring Terri on, y'all. But I just want to tell y'all a little bit about her. If you are not familiar with her, she is also a YouTuber. She's on YouTube. She is a credit expert, okay? She specializes in helping people leverage their personal and business credit in order to build wealth. Now, let me tell y'all something, baby. Terri is a beast. She is a beast, okay? And she knows her stuff. And she just has a beautiful spirit. I love her personality. And she's going to be hosting the event for us this Saturday. And you know what, y'all? I didn't even realize this till Terri had brought it to my attention. But today is exactly 1 week away. Okay, we exactly 1 week away from the event. So if you have not gotten your ticket, you want to make sure you go ahead and get your ticket. Now, Terri is also a certified life coach. Okay, she's a credit expert. She's a mom. She's a YouTuber. She's a speaker. So let me go ahead and get Terri on up in here. Let me see. Let's see. Y'all hang on 1 second. Now, Delva, don't come in these comments now, because I will block you. Don't come down. I don't listen. Don't try me, because I don't want to see nobody in my comments with that foolishness. Cuss down there if you want to, and you going to get blocked. I be like Charlene, baby. Blocking you blesses me. So y'all be respectful. Be respectful. Like we say down south, act like folks. Okay? Act like folks in them comments, baby, or you will be blocked. Y'all hold on 1 second. Let me see here now. Okay. Let me see. Okay.
Hello. hello. Hey, everybody. Listen, look, get out of here, devil, with your ugly self. Isn't that what you say?
Come on, Terri. Come on. You know what we say, baby.
Listen, I already know. Thank you for having me. I'm so super excited. How you doing this Saturday?
I'm doing awesome. How are you doing?
Listen, nothing to complain about. Amen. Look, he woke us up this morning. That's the reason to be happy.
Amen. So, you know what? I'm so glad you could be on, Terri. Like I was telling y'all, Terri is also, she's a certified life coach. She's a credit expert. And it's just amazing how God brought us together and how each one of our gifts just plug into one another. I got what she needs. She got what I need, baby. And we just connected doing that kingdom work.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Great leaders are great students. And when you are somebody that always pours into people, I don't care if you're brand new, sometimes you pour into your children, pour into your family members, pour into your coworkers. It may not even be your brand or necessarily your gift yet. You could be beginner or you could be high level where you already are pouring into people. How many people know that you actually need somebody to pour into you sometimes? You can be depleted if you are the person that is constantly the go-to person in your circle, constantly the person that is pouring into other people. So sometimes all of us at all levels need somebody to encourage us, speak life into us, realize that we don't know everything. That's the nugget right there. right? Great leaders are great students, right? You should always be learning, always be growing. So, baby, I was searching. And I'm a coach, I have a brand, but I was like, I'm excellent in these areas. But, baby, these areas over here.
Yes.
Let's
conversation to be had. That's a conversation to be had, because it take a level of surrenderance for us to get to that point to say, you know what, okay, I know this, I got this, but can I trust God enough to send somebody in my path, cross paths with me, somebody that's gifted in an area that may be my weakness, and can I surrender to God and trust God enough to allow this person to do what he's gifted them to do?
Let me tell you something. That's huge, because one thing I've learned from mentors, from coaches, from this journey, from you also, is being humble, right? Is being able to sometimes, we pour into people, but look, we got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? Sometimes you need to receive and hear and make some adjustments. Sometimes that little bit of information is what you need to push you to the next level. And so being able to say, you know what, I'm excellent here. It doesn't take anything from you to have a mentor, to have a coach, to have somebody who is at another level, and sometimes even just a different area, right? Because we don't know everything in every area. And when I found your channel, don't make me tell a story. I don't got waterproof mascara on. I will for Atlanta, though, because when I found your channel, and you could be praying, I sometimes don't even know what you need. How many people have been there where you just like, I feel stagnant, or I know there's something else out there, or I know there's another level, but God, like, what's that information I need? Like, sometimes you don't even know what you need, but you're missing something. So that YouTube algorithm, sometimes that can be on point. Sometimes it be a little bit like, whoa, that's not what I was looking for. But when I found your channel, and let me tell you, I told you this, Latoya, and I'm going to say it, because the only thing I know how to do is be transparent. Yes. If you don't know me, the only thing I know how to do is be transparent. I only know how to be me. And I was like, the very first video I remember, it was probably February, March, the very first video I watched of yours. And I said, oh, she going to be my friend.
Come on.
Prophesy with your mouth. There's power in life and death in your side. I said, she is going to be my friend. That was the very first video. And then after that, I was a stalker, right? And I just watched all your videos and everything. But knowing that somebody is gifted in another area that you're not, and knowing that what they bring to the table is valuable. Yes. What they bring to the table is valuable, and it takes nothing from me. I'm a coach. I have a brand. I mentor. I have clients. But you can always be better. You can always be growing. You're supposed to always be learning. So I said that thing, and guess what? Whatever Latoya was doing, I don't care if it was an ebook, a workshop, a class, I said, well, now I got to let her know that she's going to be my friend. And I signed up for every little thing. And my line, I signed up for everything she had get going, because I wanted to get that up close and personal information. I need more than these YouTube videos bringing us to Atlanta. I need more than these videos. I need to be in your space, get your energy, ask some questions, be connected to a team of like-minded winners who are going in the same directions. That's when I signed up for everything. And I was on that very first, what was it, a Zoom for the life coaches. And I just was a smiling in her face. Like, I got questions. Like, I was on the chat box, y'all. I was doing the whole most. But guess what? I manifested my coach. Yeah. Don't miss that nugget. Don't miss that nugget, because when you really want something, you put yourself in that area.
A big thing about what you just said is the investing. We can't be afraid to invest. Just like with everybody that's purchased tickets to the event in Atlanta next Saturday, that's an investment. Yep. Okay. The funds that you got to pay to come and travel and be there, all of that is part of you investing in yourself. Y'all, that's the best investment you could ever make. You can build a whole empire. Now, it's nothing wrong with formal education, going to school, going to a university, but listen to me. You can build a whole empire from investing in yourself, from getting that self-education. And that was a big thing for me, Terri, with what you just said, is you was not afraid to invest in yourself. That's big.
Let me tell you something. Investing in yourself is like rule 101. Like everybody thinks investing means investing in real estate, investing in stocks, investing in cryptocurrency and all these other things. But if you don't take the time to work on your mindset, your belief, your goals, your vision, your reason why, discipline, all of those things, then even if you are blessed in those areas, right, you're going to squander it. It's not going to go nowhere. You're not going to multiply it, right? And so investing in you is step number one of getting to another level. And I value information. Information changes situations. And so I never say the cost, never say the price. No, it is 1,000%. It was an investment. It was one of the best investments I ever made, because the information I've gotten from the courses, the information I've gotten from your YouTube, the information I've gotten from coaching. Look, Latoya, you know. Now she knows, baby. But honestly, that information has been priceless. Do you hear me? You can't put a dollar amount to it. And so we'll invest on girls' trips. We'll have $300 for Brazilian hair, and we have, we'll have, a brand new car, and we'll have nails every single week, and we have, the brand new iPhone, and then we're like, invest in a conference. I don't got a ticket up.
Come
so
on.
That's that mindset. Don't tell me you got money for that iPhone and for that bundle, and you don't have money to invest. You don't have you don't see the value in investing and get some information. That information you get can quadruple those things that you may have wanted. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go a step further. It will quadruple, because all you got to do is execute. It's already proven. It's a proven fact. You just gotta execute when you have the information. That's it.
And when you get in here, Terri, you trying to spend this and that on a bundle or some wigs or some nails. If you get it in here, baby, you'll have a whole warehouse full of that stuff.
People don't understand. That's why there's all that research. I talk about it often, about how people hit the lottery and they get millions and millions and millions. And then there's all this research, all these articles about them going broke. Why? They didn't work on themselves first. They don't understand tithing, giving, investing, teaching other people. Don't make me start right there, because how many of us build that brand and we like, I got a successful ebook, I got a successful coaching, I got a successful credit repair business, I got a successful real estate business, and then what do? Don't share any of the information. That's a demon right there, because I promise you, your blessings come from sharing it with other people. And so the people that give the information to increase the kingdom, those are the people that are blessed trifold, because that's mindset right there. I'm gonna go to the top and I'm gonna take you with me. You don't take nothing from me to show you how I got here. And that's part of what you're going to get in Atlanta, because we're going to pour everything into you, because that's where the blessings come from. We don't keep it to ourselves. We keep blessings you to be a blessing to other people. Come on now. Yes. Don't get me started.
Yes. And you know what? That's why I truly believe God is connecting his people. He connected that need to be connected in this season, because I'm Terri, you know what we done seen behind closed doors, behind the scene. But I'm seeing people, and y'all watch for this too. To those of you that are watching, y'all watch for this too. Because if God has given you a vision, if you have a vision that has been authenticated by God, you know this is God. This ain't you. This is God. Watch what God finna do, because God finna start connecting you with people. And it's going to blow your mind, because these people, they're going to say little things, or you're going to see little things, and you're going to have, it's going to be confirmation for you that God is showing them the same thing that he's showing you. Because one thing I learned, I don't care how powerful you are, I don't care how gifted you are, you got to be able to maneuver through the land and use the connects, use other people that God has given you to bring that vision into. And another thing I learned too is about being at events, going to in-person events, going to seminars. You don't never know who you gonna meet. You don't never know who gonna be in that room, baby.
Listen. Look, don't miss that nugget. When you are in a room with like-minded individuals who see the value, do you know how many people have connected to the other people in the audience? Come on now, we got people from California coming. I'm coming from Pennsylvania. Me and my whole team are flying in. My team is bringing what? Their daughters. That's another nugget right there too. We're going to raise them up, right? To get them that exposure young, right? To be in that environment. But just by being in the place, and let me tell you, I'm so happy that we're back to being around. Like, first of all, I'm happy we just get to not be on Zoom. I can't wait to be around y'all. I got my hand sanitizer, but I can't wait to see some people. I ain't even gonna lie. But you're so right, though, that being in the environment, and then also being, how many of you are like, I'm the only one in my circle, I'm telling people my dreams and my goals, they're looking at me like I'm crazy, they're speaking doubt, they're speaking disbelief, they're, I have anxiety. You think that something is wrong with you because you see this great big vision. They're like, baby, go to work and get your paycheck and stop talking crazy. Well, guess what? When you go to events like this, and that's the devil right there, you're going to be with other people who are like, you want to do what? Girlfriend, you better do that. And my friend right here has this. And what's your Instagram so I can follow you and so I can support you? And you got what? You know what? Send me, DM me your information so I can buy something and support you.
Yes.
That's the kind of people you meet at events like this, so you can know that that vision wasn't a mistake. It's about to manifest. And he's going to bring those people, just like you said, into your atmosphere. Look, out with the people who are draining you, in with the people who can pour in with you and who are like-minded. And that right there, that is priceless.
Yes.
That's priceless.
That's good. Oh, that's so good, Terri. Because you know what? Being in that space, like you said, with the other people that are just like you, they like-minded, they dream, they planning. It's good to be in that atmosphere because it, like you said, it shows that person, you know what? I'm not delusional. I ain't crazy. Everybody got me thinking I'm crazy and I done lost my mind. See, baby, when God speak to y'all and God give y'all a vision, you gonna appear to be crazy. You gonna have to get thee from thy kindred. You gonna get from amongst those that you know. What I said the other day, that prophet, that chosen one ain't welcome in his own hometown. Your talents are hardly ever accepted by the people that are the closest to you. So when you get in spaces like this next Saturday in Atlanta, Georgia, spaces like this, you align yourself for the vision to come forward. You getting amongst people that's thinking like you. You surround yourself with that greatness, baby.
Let me tell you something. That is one of the number one. That's powerful because it's already hard enough when you're stepping outside your comfort zone, when you're doing something different, when you're trying to be the one that breaks the cycle, that breaks that generational curse. It's hard because you may not always have a blueprint or have seen it before. So you may not have that support system saying you can do it. This is smart, especially in the time we're in. Like, I'm not even going to be, after coming out of COVID-19, right, and being in 2021, this is a different atmosphere. So now more than ever, people are like, be thankful for this. Don't try to do that. Be safe. I promise you, don't let that fear keep you from your blessings, because what he has for you is way more than what you can ever imagine. And so you need that. And you need people saying like, no, like, it's not too late. Guys, we're in August 2021. It is not too late to go ahead and manifest some dreams, to end this year strong, to put yourself in position to start next year even stronger. Like, come out of this thing. I did something different. If you want different results, you have to do something different. I don't know how to sugarcoat that part. Well, guess what? If you ain't never been to an event like this, you need to do something different. Like invest in you. Like, take a chance on you. Like, take a risk that one time and say, you know what? I need something different. Well, be in the room to get something different and watch what you come away with. You're going to walk in one way and you're going to leave something different. Are you ready to walk in one way and leave something different? So you need to be in the room. And that right there, sometimes you don't even understand what you get when you're in that type of atmosphere, what you're going to hear, who is going to pour into you. And maybe that one person you connect with that changes the entire trajectory of what you were doing. You have no idea. There is something there for you. Your responsibility is to get in the room and receive.
Girl, you got me on fire over here. I'm about to explode. Let me tell you something. That's why I wanted to do this event, Terri. That's why, God spoke to me about doing a tour a long time ago. I was sitting on my job. I was broke, busted, and disgusted.
Listen.
I preach about that so much, baby, because that was me. That was me. Like, you look up broke, busted, and disgusted, I was sitting right now in the dictionary chilling by that phrase. But I'm telling you, it's the transformation of God. It's when God put his spirit, he blow his spirit on you. And let me tell y'all, the season that we in now, God is not discriminating against nobody. He said, I will pour out my spirit. Oh, I feel the power of God. He said, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. He poured out all of y'all. God said, if you want it, it's yours for the asking. And let me tell you, you got to position yourself. You physically, you got to receive what God got for you, baby. And that's why God gave me the vision for this tour. I ain't have a dime to my name when he gave me the vision for this tour. I said, God, how in the world I'm going to bring this to pass? How in the world I'm going to do this? But God told me, he said, announce it to the nation. And I went out there, you know, a matter of fact, Terry, my phone wasn't even on then.
You better talk about it. You better. This is the part we don't talk about. Listen, Toya, talk about it, because everybody just, I woke up, I started business, and then I started my business on Monday, and Tuesday I was a multi-millionaire. Lies, y'all. You're going to go through the valley, right? You're going to go through some trials and tribulations, but you have to be able to hold true to what that vision was and keep on fighting through it. And he will give you that vision when you don't even know how it's going to manifest. All you need to believe is that he gave it to you, so it is going to manifest, and start doing the activity, doing the work, because he will bring in the people, the resources, the finances. He will bring in everything you need to actually make it manifest. And that's when he gives it to you. He gives it to you because guess what? You have to have faith.
Yes.
You have that stepping out on faith is a part of this process. And so when your phone is off, when you're still working at your job, when you don't know how it's going to happen, when you're going through financial problems, health problems, relationship problems, don't get me started right there. When everything is a hot mess, he will give you that vision to bless everybody else. And you like, I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. How am I about to do this event? I promise you, that's when it's like the universe is saying, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? I just need you to believe and start moving in that direction, because if you have the faith to start moving in that direction, what starts to happen? You will attract. You're not going to seek. You are going to attract the resources, attract the people, you'll be able to barter sometimes. You have no idea. If you have the faith and do the work, I promise you he will take care of the rest. So stop. Listen, I'm just going to say it. Part of the problem is that your actions don't match what you're saying. Let your actions match the faith that you claim you have. And if you really have that faith, then planning an event when your phone is off, that's how you get the blessings.
Yes. Come on. Because I'm telling you, it's you got to move even when you can't see. When you can't see him, you can't locate him. Because let me tell y'all something. When God give you that vision, it's just like you turning on. It's just like all he give you, literally. I'm gonna describe to you physically what's going on spiritually. When he give you that, you in a dark tunnel. You is in a tunnel, baby, and you can't see nothing. And all you got, Holy Spirit give you one little light. Light, and you got one little match, and you light that match, and literally the only thing you can see is what's right in front of you. All I could see was what was right in front of me. I couldn't see nothing else. I could see. I didn't have a following. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have no child. I didn't even look at my bank account because it was just discouraging. I just stopped looking at it.
I know.
Like, but God told me, he said, I want you to be just like David. He said, all David had was one little slingshot. Come on now. But he said, faith that David had, and David came in the name of the Lord. He said, I want you to go in my name. And God said, I'm going to supply exactly what you need.
That's it right there. That's it right there. And that's also why you have to be around people who are like-minded, because they'll say, you can do it. Keep going. Like, you'll have a setback and you'll say one setback and everybody's like, it's not for me. No, that's not it, because he is preparing you for that next level. Those hurdles, that doubt, that disbelief, you have to overcome that, because greater level, greater devil. So as he elevates you, he needs you to fight through that, saying, God, I don't see it. Like, you showed me this, but I don't see it right now. But you don't have to see it. You just have to take a step forward. One step in the right direction can open up a new door. Being in a room like this is you taking a step. A mustard seed. Can you plant a mustard seed? You cannot have a harvest if you have no seeds in the ground. Plant some seeds right now. That way later on you're going to see the manifestation of that actual work. That's what that is, because people will sometimes the slightest comment can bring a lot of doubt and fear. Just one person saying, is that smart? Has anybody else in your family? Do you know how? Like, and they mean well. No disrespect. A lot of times, this is the hardest part. I'm just going to say, Toya, you said people like, I just got to say, I will jump out this chair. Listen, the people I'm trying to contain most, I took off my shoes. Y'all can't see. Listen, this is where, like, the people that love you, right? Your mother, your parents, your siblings, sometimes your spouse, your neighbors, your coworkers, they love you, right? But God didn't give them that vision, so they can't see it. If you are lying awake at night and you got that burning desire, like, I'm meant for something more. I know what you saw me. I'm unhappy. I'm uneasy. I'm not using my purpose. And then you start to move a little bit. You just start that business, or you just get that website, or you just start to just give your gift away for free. It's a whole nother life. God, don't get me started. And you have to do a little bit. I'm sorry, look, you know how I get. Then it can be that person that loves you that says, are you sure? Is that safe? You got kids, you got rent, you got student loans, nobody in your area. Do you have the resources? Who do you know? Like, and they mean well, I promise you. But that's why you need to be around other people who have vision, who have purpose, who are not afraid to plant that seed, who will encourage you. So many times, I just hate to say, it's going to come from the people outside of who you know. And there is no coincidence that everybody who is kind of moving in a different direction, so it says, the people that didn't know me support me the most. My friends didn't support me. My coworkers didn't support me. My neighbors didn't support me. And it hurts. I'm going to hold you. It hurts because you're like, it hurts a lot. That's why you have to be built up, the repetition. You have to be built up so you can withstand that and keep on going despite who supports you, despite who's speaking life into you, despite who's encouraging you. You have to keep on going because if he gave that vision to you, it's for you and you alone. You have to manifest it. After they see it, then they're like, girl, I knew you could do it. I need a life coach. I need help with my credit. Listen.
It's like you earn their respect then. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's why, you know, we got to be comfortable. I've heard a lot of speakers say this. You got to be comfortable. Be comfortable. You got to be used to that level of uncomfort. Because I'm going to tell y'all, chasing your dreams, going after what God has promised you. First of all, God promised you something. Just because he promised it to you does not mean that he's going to deliver it to you at your address on a platter. You got to be up, okay? Yeah. Be honest, you got to put on your big girl panties, your big boy boxers, and you got to get up and go get your stuff. Go and get your stuff. Because I heard this too. It's like the person that got your stuff is behind a closed locked door, and you get up every day and you got to knock. You got to knock. Some days you got to beat and beat and beat and beat, and you know what? That's that persistence. That's you getting up every day, and that don't mean that you're gonna get up every day and be a beast. Sometimes that just means you need to get up and make up that bed. Get up and make up your bed and brush your teeth and wash your face and talk to God and express gratitude. That's you being in the fight. That's you being persistent. And then as you get up, see, we leave bed and we wait for God to come and speak. You got to get up, baby.
Yeah. You got that works.
Get up and take a step. He'll give you something else. Come on now. Remember I told you, you got one little light. You're in a dark tunnel. You can't see. You can't see. But you got to keep walking even when you can't see. Even when you can't. And that's why God gave me this vision for this event. Because the Lord say, you know what, for many of you that are going to come, for many of you that are thinking about coming, God is pulling on you to come. You might not be, well, I know you can't, baby. You walking with God, you can't see. You can't see what's going to happen. You can't see what tomorrow going to bring or what next week going to bring. But God is calling on you to trust him and get up and get moving. I think I heard you say that too, Terri. Once you get up and you start moving, you take the action, you're going to start attracting the things that you need. Make the things happen, just like with this event and just like with this whole tour. Like I said, when God gave it to me, I had no idea how it was going. But you know what? Even with no phone, with my phone not being on and only having Wi-Fi, you know what I did? I pulled my behind into a McDonald's because I know got Wi-Fi, and I sat right there in that parking lot, and I delivered the message that God gave me to deliver. If I needed to be home under my Wi-Fi, I delivered that. And I got on that camera and I told them, God said, announce it to the nations.
Yes.
What? I ain't got it. He said, announce it to the nations that you're going on tour. And I did just that. And so I said that to say this. The Lord is pulling on some of you. The Lord has given y'all a vision. It's been authenticated. You know it's God. And you know what? God said you got to move forward. Even when you cannot see. Go forward and you're going to attract the things that you need to attract in order for it.
Let me, that is what you said is so powerful. And I'm going to tell you what I took out of that. Obedience.
Yes.
Obedience. How many times, like, you done got confirmation over and over and over again, and you still doubting it? How much confirmation do you need? I don't care. Look, train, plane, automobile, bicycle, carpool, like, really. And this is where I respect you so much for saying, I got this vision when my phone wasn't on. People need to hear that. Guess what? This ain't no fluff event. This is going to be a real event because we all got them dark days. And the reason why so many of you going towards your dream think it's not for you and you're off track is because everybody's like, oh, I was a multi-millionaire the next day. They're not talking about getting a business when they had a shut-off notice.
Lifestyle. It was laptop lifestyle. Oh, but what you got to go through before you get that laptop lifestyle?
Listen, that's it right there. And we don't talk about it enough. So many of you are going through so many obstacles right now. You have 20 reasons not to come, not to do this. But I need you to hold on to the 2 or 3 that are powerful, that will make it worth all of that. Stop thinking about the reasons why and focus on the reasons why you need to. Not that you want to, not that you should, not that maybe that you need to be in the room. You know, we had them stimulus checks, we have all these different things. Can you say you invested a portion of that into doing something better for yourself? It's the truth. And then being in a room with people who value, look, I'm about to say it, transparency.
Yes.
Transparency, saying that this walk wasn't perfect. Like I was speaking life into other people when I had doubt, when I had fear, when I had a shut off notice, when I was trying to work on my finances, when I was trying to improve my relationship, when I had health issues. Being able to say, this is what that journey looks like, and stop fluffing people so that you guys know, guess what? It's total chaos right now. Guess what that means? You're about to be elevated. You better say thank you for them afflictions because they are building you up for that next level. If it is total chaos for you right now, I need you to get excited. Can you get excited about total chaos? Because that means he is building you up for this next level. That's why you like, you know what? This is the worst time. And that's total chaos. And I gotta be at work. That's why you need to be in the room, because there's information you need to change that situation. So how bad do you want it? Come on. How bad do you want it?
And you know, another word that just rings in my spirit, Terri, is faithfulness.
Faithfulness.
Faithfulness. Can you be faithful? Can you be faithful? Look, you know how we talk about them noodles and them Vienna sausages now. Can you be faithful when you got to eat them Vienna sausages and them ramen noodles? Can you eat them with a smile on your face? Can you be faithful when you don't know where your next dollar coming from? Can you be faithful? Come and tell y'all something about God. To those of you that's been walking with him for a long time, y'all know at any point in time, them tables can turn. Okay. At any point in time, them tables can turn and God can shift your situation. He can shift it. And a lot of it has to do with, well, all of it has to do with positioning. A lot of times I cried out for things. I wanted things from God. And I felt like, and how many of y'all done did that? You cried out for things. You feel like, now I deserve this. You know what I'm saying? I done went through that. Why is it not here? Because I deserve this. But we got to stop saying, okay, Lord, I should have this because I deserve it. Why Susie got it and I ain't got it? I deserve it. Instead of saying, okay, what am I not doing? Where am I? Where am I not in the right positioning? What else? Because I can guarantee you, whatever it is, y'all, if it's possession today, it's somebody else you got to become. It's something you got to get rid of. You in the wrong place physically. You find yourself for this blessing and your positioning is off. Because when everything is in alignment, you ain't even got to ask for it. God will just give it to you.
Listen, it will, it's like a snowball effect. It will start to unravel. It's like the universe conspires to give you what you want by you just taking a little bit of faith. Like a little bit of faith and just getting the information that you actually need is so powerful. It's so powerful. And guess what? One thing that we always talk about, and I think is valuable, and I think that you all need to hear also, is that your testimony is not for you. Your testimony is to bless somebody else. Somebody else is going through the same thing that you're going through. So they need to hear, like, they're going to hear the story of how you didn't have any money, you didn't see it, but you got on some live and you heard two women talking and something stirred up in your spirit and you was like, baby, we about to be in Atlanta. And you had to get on the Greyhound bus and you got yourself in the room. And then you're going to be speaking life into somebody else. You're going to say, and they're going to say, well, I don't got the money. I don't got the time. I don't got the, you're going to say, guess what? And I didn't either. But guess what I did? And guess what? That is going to show them that you're not just talking at them. We don't talk at people. There's empathy here because we've been there. We did that. You went ahead and made this manifest when it didn't look like this. Look, how many of y'all saw Latoya's back office where her was like, it had them spikes? I said, what? No, he will do it in such a way that you will have to say nobody but God.
Nobody but God.
Nobody but God. Nobody but God.
Oh, God.
Nobody but God.
And that right now, I saw that in the spirit. Listen, y'all, I see this in the spirit. We all have our story of how we came to. We all have our story, our timeline of how we woke up and how we came to the knowledge of God and how knowledge of our power. I have my story. It was somebody I saw. Let me tell you, because we all sleeping until somebody, God send, glory be to God. God sends somebody to come wake us up. And God showing me, well, for many of you, this is going to be a part of your story. When you said that, Terry, that clicked in my spirit. Somebody going to be saying, I saw these women on this live. I saw Latoya, I saw Terri, and it was just something different about the way this, that's how you know God pricking at your heart, because that message hit you in a different way. And I feel it's hitting some people in a different way, because it was something I was scrolling one day on my job, and God put it in my path. It's that burning bush moment. Come on now. God hit that burning bush moment where anybody else scroll past it, walk past it. But Moses say, wait a minute, this is peculiar, strange. Why is this bush burning like this? And it was, when he went closer, he found out that it was God. So I'm telling y'all, you inquire within. When you come a little bit closer, baby, and you come to this event, you're going to find out this is God.
Listen, if you think you feel something through this, I'm telling you, and I'm a firm believer that who is going to be in that room is appointed and supposed to be in that room. You make it in that room, it's because you were supposed to be there to get something. There is something, you need to believe right now that there's something there for you that you need.
Yes.
I said need, not want, not would like, that there is a need. And when you go there and you receive that thing, sometimes that one thing could be the game changer for you. Could be the game changer for you. But what I do know is that if what is around you, what's in your atmosphere right now, doesn't look like what you envision for yourself, you need to do something different, period. And that story, don't be scared to share your story and say, I was doing all of this, but I really didn't have money. And I was doing I went on a girls trip and I was doing this and I had a brand, but behind the scenes, don't get me started. Behind the scenes, what it really looked like, can we get better at doing that? So that when people are coming up through the valley, right, we can walk you through the valley because we already been through that part. And guess what? There's still more to the story for both of us. So as we go through that part, we're going to be able to say, baby, let me tell you, you can help people through that process. But if you're able to be transparent about it not being exactly right and not being perfect, you're not having all the resources, you're not having all the time. If you have reason, if some of that is your truth right now, that's why you need to fight through it. Because the people that become wildly successful and are able to use their gift, and I promise you, when you find your gift, you'll never work a day in your life. And I mean it with everything, with every fiber of my being.
Come on.
When you find your gift, you will never work a day again in your life.
Because, baby, let me tell you, I got my journal and I got my water. and I had my phone, and I put my little ring light right here, and I was skipping in here to my office. I was skipping to my office, and as I was walking in here, as I was walking from my bedroom to my office, the Spirit of the Lord began to speak to me, and God said, you remember when you had to drive an hour, 2 hours? Come on, and didn't have gas money, had to borrow gas money from auntie and uncle and mama and everybody just to commute and get back and forth. And the Lord say, look at you, just walk right in here to your office and do work that doesn't even feel like work. So I can attest to that, y'all, that when you in your purpose, when you doing the work of the Lord, you work the kingdom. And it's not for everybody. It's not going to be particularly ministry. God did not call everybody to be a minister, be a speaker, but whatever you do, any gift that you have, I don't care if it's cosmetology, I don't care if it's like hair, makeup, fashion, whatever it is, you can bring the kingdom of God to that area, because all of you fit into the kingdom. All of your gifts are ministry.
So true.
You don't have to be working in a church. You don't have to be laying hands. You don't have to be an usher or a prophetess to do work for the kingdom. Each gift that God has given y'all, and see, this is why I'm pushing this. We on here today, not just to sell no tickets. We are, one thing I love about Terri, she is all about building wealth, building legacy, because that kingdom is about. Jesus, he said, it is my Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Your Father in heaven wishes that you would be rich. He wishes that you will be successful. He wishes that you will be wealthy, that you will be healed, that you will be prosperous, that you will be blessed. But you know what? It's like when Jesus walked up to the man that was laying by the pool of Bethesda. He asked him, he said, will thou be made whole?
Jesus.
And this is the same. This is exactly what's going on in this time right here. Because God is asking y'all the same question. He said, will thou be made whole? Do you want to be free? Because God ain't in the business of making nobody free that don't want to be free. Because he knows what broke you.
Talk about it.
Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you sick and tired of being broke, busted, and disgusted? Are you, because we can sit here and we can talk about, how the phone was off and how we ate viennas and how I had to keep my house warm with the oven. I ain't ashamed to tell it. I'll tell it. But I had to get to the point where I was sick and tired of that. And so I did what I needed to do. Glory be to God. I did what I needed to do.
Jesus.
No matter what it took. No matter what it took. If it took me going to a seminar, I'm there. If it took me investing in a course, I'm there. And see, for each of you, nothing in your life is going to change until you get disgusted with where you are. You got to get to the point where you say no more. You got to get to the point where you say, I have had enough. Didn't make hands on me no more. This woman is not going to do me like this no more. She ain't finna take all my money and milk me dry. I done had enough.
Yes.
Now, when you get to that point, God say, let's ride.
Let's ride. Listen. The definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting different results. It's so true. It's so true. It's so true. It's so true. And when you just take that leap of faith and you just start moving in the right direction, you'll be surprised on how you'll attract it. You'll I feel like I need to sit there for a minute. You'll attract it because so many people are still saying, why, how? You need to have a little bit of faith. People say, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yes.
That's wrong. They say, I believe. I need y'all to hear me. I believe it when I see it. That's wrong. You will see it when you believe it. Let me say it again. You will see it when you actually believe it. So it starts with that mindset. That's the part that everything else is going to come. To be honest, the other stuff is the easy part. It's you getting in the space where you know what you know what you know. You know you're worthy. You know you're capable. You know it's your time. You know you have what it takes. You know you have the resources. You know you're going to be successful. It's when you get that mindset and you know this what's for you is for you, and then you start walking like that, making sure your actions match that mindset. Stop talking about it and your actions don't match it. If you know you're a divine one, if you know you're anointed, if you know that you're called, if you know that there's something greater for you, then stop saying it out your mouth and clocking in every day in a job you're miserable at.
Come on. Come on.
Now, and I'm not saying, I'll be transparent. Nobody's saying that everybody's meant to be a self-employed entrepreneur, all those things. But what I am saying is, if it's not your passion, if it's not your gift, you don't have a burning desire, and what you're doing every single day is a routine, we're not meant to work, pay bills, and die. We're not meant to work, pay bills, and die. One reason why I connected with Latoya and I appreciate her is because she always said that we all have gifts. Yes. Everybody has a gift. And why aren't you using it? I said, why aren't you using it? It could be in a small way. It could be in a big way. And sometimes your gift is just blessing your children. Sometimes you're the one that's breaking that cycle in your family. You're breaking that curse. You're breaking that chain. You are the change agent. You're the one that I don't want to hear. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. You're not a victim of your circumstances. It's your circumstances that are your reason why. Come on. You're like, listen, people will say, I can't because of this. No, I need you to change that, because when I became a mom in the 11th grade when I was 17 years old, and everybody said, you're going to be on welfare, you're not going to graduate high school, you ruined your life. That reason, that thing that was supposed to break me, being pregnant at 17 in the 11th grade, that became my reason why. That would make me go harder. I said, oh yeah, but not the way my faith is set up, and I don't know how. But guess what? My son will not grow up like me. And so that thing that is your barrier right now, stop looking at those things in your way as your barrier. That's your reason why. That's why you have to go harder. That's part of your testimony. So if you have those things right now, you say, you know what? It's because they doubt me. I'm about to make it work. It's because I have anxiety. I have doubt. I have fear. I have depression. I have people that are saying I can't do it. It's because I don't have the resources. I don't have the network. I don't know how. I don't have the technology. It's because of all of that that you need to go harder and seek the information, because all the rest will attract. But you have to know that you're capable right now.
Yes.
Queen, whoever is here right now, I promise you, if he gave you that vision, he gave you everything you need to make it manifest. You are capable right now. Let us work on that mindset and that spirit and that belief, and connect you with some people that also have spirit, belief, and that don't mind pouring into other people, so now that you can have the tools and resources to manifest. You said, I'm praying for support. I'm praying for help. Hello? He done slapped it right in your face. Being around, and he's like,
and that what was so powerful about the man that was laying by that pool.
Yes.
Had been laying there crippled for 38 years.
Jesus.
For 38 years, and help walked up to him. Help came to him. The Son of the living God, Jesus, came up to him and gave Jesus an excuse. Jesus said, man, do you want to be free? Basically, I'm going to break it down. Jesus said, man, do you want to be free? Because longer you've been laying here, you don't want to be free. Because out of all this time, you could have been and got up and got in that water and got healed. So Jesus asked him, will you be made whole? Help walked up on the scene. Are you wise enough? Are you in tuned enough to know when help has come? To know when God, glory be to God, to know when God has sent help. But see, the help didn't come in the way that the man thought it was going to come. Because what did he tell Jesus? He told Jesus, he said, yeah, I want to be healed, but every time the angel come down and trouble the water, I don't have nobody to put me in. I don't have nobody to put me in the water. How many times have we said, I ain't got nobody to put me on. I ain't got nobody to put out. I ain't got nobody. When Jesus telling you, baby, the help is here. It just ain't dressed in the way that you want it to be dressed. It's going to require you to do a little effort. That's what it is.
What the? I promise you know what happens every single time, Toya. When you said, when you were talking, I said, so many people say, I need somebody to put me on. Put yourself on. God's about to put you on.
Girl, don't make me preach. Because God said that word. God said, put yourself on. He said, stop waiting for somebody to open the door for you. Glory be to God. God said, put your spiritual tool belt on. He said, baby, I have given you the tools to build your door. God said, build that thing. And he said, walk through it. Walk through it.
What do we say in coaching? What did I say to you? I said, you have to participate in your own rescue.
Yes.
Participate in your own rescue. I know that everything that happened to you may not have been your fault. And I know that we get into that mindset, this person, this, and this situation, that, and this, that. But you have to participate in your own rescue.
Yes.
If he gave you that bit, like, you have to have the faith that those afflictions weren't meant to break you. They were meant to build you stronger.
Yes.
And that was meant to be a testimony to help somebody else. But you have to be, nobody's coming to save you. You and God.
That's
you and
right.
God. Nobody's coming to save you, right?
That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Because I have learned that, man, it don't take nobody but you and God. And when God gets ready, listen to this. When God get ready to bring you amongst other people, when he get ready to say, okay, you've been faithful. You got to be faithful first. Be faithful over the few. Okay, you ain't got but 3 people watching you. Be faithful with those 3 people, because those are not 3 people. Those are 3 souls.
Jesus.
Those are 3 souls. And the angels, the Bible say the angels in heaven rejoice over one sinner that come to repentance. And God, what we said, Terri, God will leave that 99 just to go see about that one. If God cared that much about one soul, I better not hear you say, oh, nobody's watching me. I don't have but one person tuning into my live. Or I don't even have 3 people that's watching me or buying my products. If it ain't but one. And you know what? Sometimes, I know how it was for me, it wasn't even one. I was on the live talking to Jesus. But me and Jesus rocked that thing. And when he got ready for me to minister to other people, because see, if you can't minister with just you and God, how you gonna minister to the masses? If you can't work your service or work your gift with just you and God, how you gonna work it with everybody else? You're not gonna be with the people. So you got to show him that you can be faithful. My live paused on me. But you got to show him that you can be faithful over the few, and God is going to elevate you. And I said that to say this to those of you that are going to be in Atlanta, that those of you that are going to be there, you're going to see, and you've seen also on the flyer, that I am not the only speaker. That's proof right there that God is going to send who you need. Come on now, because the other coaches that are going to be there is going to be Coach Rika, Coach Najee, Coach Candace. They are certified life coaches from my organization, and they have grown, they have exceeded, and they have went above and beyond, and that's why they are there, and that's why they are standing before you, because they have been proven by God. And that's my proof to let y'all know that when God get ready for you to have somebody else along with you, he'll send who needs to be there. He'll send who you need, and you just got to stay faithful, stay diligent, and work it by yourself. Many of you, God is speaking to you just like he spoke to me. You know, God said you're not going to be Oprah status in the beginning. Get that out your head, okay? He said you're not going to be Tyler Perry status in the beginning. Get that out your head. He said you're going to have to get your behind in here in this kitchen. Move your phone around a little bit till you can find the right angle. Maybe you can't afford no ring light. Okay, get in front of the window and make sure the sun is hitting on you, and they won't even be able to tell. And get you, if you want to get you a little poster or something for your bike drop, get you something like that. Maybe you spent, $5 or $10 on it, whatever. But make it look nice, because they won't even be able to tell, baby. Folks that watching you, they'll think you in a whole studio, and they don't know you had a $25 budget to get series started, but you got it started. And see, when God, you do that, and God see you be faithful, and maybe it's not that, whatever your lane is, be faithful over the little bit that you have. And I am a witness to this, y'all. God will blow you up. God will elevate you, and God will send what you need.
That's so good right there. And I'm so glad that you said that, because I want to say something, and it's just in my spirit to say it. We have goals, we have ambitions, we have dreams, and we see where we should be, where we want to be, that vision, and we forget to be grateful for where we are right now.
Hmm?
To be grateful over where, like what we have right now. Like many of us are way further than we were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So being able to love this space and want even more, and make it happen with what you have right now. With what you have right now. I got a whole YouTube channel. I still ain't hook up my microphone. Talk about somebody. Y'all know my videos. I got some good content. If y'all echoey,
Yes,
look, if I could move this thing without getting the microphone podcast thingy is right over there, y'all. Like, but this is where, when God's hand is on it, When
Yes.
God's hand is on it and you're doing it for the right reasons and you're pouring into the kingdom, He gonna bless it without the A1 equipment, without the microphone, without the how-to, without all of that. You just get moving in your purpose and watch how it multiplies without all of that. Without all of it. Like it's so important. Like the things, the stuff, it's not important. Get moving in your purpose and your gift. And
Yes.
the rest will come. And I promise you, who is supposed to be following you and be a part of your journey and your story, who you're supposed to touch, who you're gonna resonate with, you're gonna resonate with them because that's a divine connection, not because you had the best microphone or the best phone or the best course or the best whatever. I don't even care about all. Who is supposed to who's supposed to receive from you is going to receive from you. Right? And then you're going to go and you're going to pour into somebody else. And that's how we grow this kingdom together without it being perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It needs to be divine, and you need to be doing it for the right reasons of working in your gift. He's going to take care of the rest. He's going to take care of the rest.
That's right. And
I'm excited.
I saw somebody in the comments that was saying they can't afford it. I don't know if you talk about the event in Atlanta, but let me say this to those of you that are not financially there yet to be able to come out, buy a ticket. We have content online, plenty of content online that you can watch. You need to start feeding your mind every single day. Spend at least 30 minutes to an hour. If you could spend more than that, perfect. But spend at least 30 minutes every day feeding your mind. Watch this free content. This does not cost you anything. Watch this content. I got over 500 some videos on my YouTube. Go to Terri's channel. She's got
like about 300 something. I'm almost there.
Okay, plenty of videos up there. You know, I got the podcast. It's so much free information out there. And me tell you why I say that, because I had to do that before I got to the place to where, see, if you don't have the funds, it's because there's a belief in your mind that's keeping it away from you. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault but yours. That don't hurt, but eat it because it's good. Okay. It ain't nobody's fault but yours. And I had to accept that. Toya, you broke. And you broke because your mind broke. So change your mind, and your bank account and stuff gonna change. And you're gonna be, and see, as I sat there and I kept listening to the speakers, I kept listening to Tony Gaskins, I kept listening to Dr. Miles Monroe, I kept listening to Tim Rohn, I kept listening to so many other speakers.
So many.
Whoever had an encouraging word, I was pulling them up. I was listening to them. I was reading their books, and I still do that to this day, because the same thing you had to do to get there, you gonna have to do that to maintain it, to keep it. So if you're in a situation where somebody said, how much is the tickets? The tickets are $75. If you are in a situation where you cannot afford a ticket, do not feel bad about that. If you can't afford to be there, that just means that you got a little bit more work. Yes, Candace, Earl Nightingale, got to go listen to Uncle Earl.
Look, Zig Ziglar, Eric Thomas. Listen.
Yes, do not feel bad. This is so important, y'all, because the enemy will try to use that to make you feel bad. Do not feel bad. That just means that you got to do a little bit more work on feeding your mind. You have belief systems. You have an old paradigm in your mind that needs to be shifted, because it's something in your mentality that's keeping money from you. God is trying to get wealth to you, but if it's not in your mind, you're going to block it. But this is not something you can physically see. This is spiritual. This is happening in the spirit realm. Your subconscious is blocking the money from you, because in your mind you have been taught to think and believe that you do not deserve wealth. You do not deserve money. That's for other people, and that's not for you. Yes, you want it. If I ask you today, do you want it? Just like Jesus asked the man, do you want to be made whole? Of course you're going to say yeah, but do you have the belief system in your mind to accept the fact that you are whole, that you are wealthy, because you already that, baby. So if y'all are in a place where you can't be there, just continue to feed your mind every single day, and I can guarantee you, if you stay persistent and you keep giving your mind the nutrients that it needs, your mind change your situation. Everything around you gonna start to change, including your bank account. and you're gonna be able to come to these events. You're gonna be able to get on that plane, and you're gonna be able to do everything all these other folks doing, baby. Because truth be told, we had to do that in order for us to get to the place where we are. We had to do that.
I'm just going. I just gotta add something. What you said is 1,000% true, because that's really what it is. It starts right here. But for whoever that was that wrote, and if whoever's thinking right now, I don't have the money to get there, change that statement right now, because we're still a week away. What I want you to do is write down on your, I don't go nowhere without a pen and paper. What I want you to type in the comments, type this in the comments, send us a DM, write this down. I want you to change that statement, say, what do I need to do to get the money by the 28th? Maybe you need by the 27th because you need time to fly out or get there. Change that. Even saying I don't have the money, that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. We're going to kill that thing right now. You do have the money. So we're going to change that. What do I need to do? What resources do I have? Who can help me? We got friends we can go to happy hour with. We got friends that we can go to baby showers and barbecues with. We got friends that, you know, well we can get bundles and get our nails done. Can you ask your girlfriend? Listen, you ain't get me nothing for Christmas. You owe me, bestie. Let me get $200 because I need money for my ticket. I need money for the Greyhound bus because maybe I can't catch the airplane. Maybe that's going to be my testimony. I need to catch the bus there. I need to catch the train there. Like, can you, instead of saying I don't have the money, can you take some time today? When, Terry? Today, and say, how much is the airplane? How much is the train? How much is the bus? Train, plane. Can me and my girlfriend's carpool there? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Don't say you can. You can. Matter of fact, whoever that was, I didn't see because it's going so fast. Welcome. Look, I can't wait to meet you in that room because I'm going to speak that life over you today. And I want you to come up to us and say, I was on the live, and at the time of the live, I said, I don't have the money, but I'm here right now.
Yes.
I'm here right now. We want to look, we want to be able to say, you know what? And let me tell you what's going to happen when you do that.
Glory be to God.
You know how I get.
Thank you, Lord.
When you change your mindset right now, I need y'all to follow me with this real quick because it's big. It seems small, but it's big. And you say right now, you make up your mind. Everything in life is about a decision. You make a decision today that you need to be in that room and that you will have the money. And then when it actually manifests, when you're in the room, do you understand the power of belief? Do you understand how you are then it's going to be your aha moment? Some of you need an aha moment to understand how powerful your mind is. Just getting in the room when you didn't have the resources, that's going to be your, I thought it, I spoke it,
come on,
I wrote it down, and it manifested.
That's it.
That one time, it will change everything in your life because you're going to understand how powerful your mind is, how powerful your mouth is, how powerful that pen to paper is.
That's right.
So spend some time finding out what do you need to do between now and then to get to this breakthrough.
That's right.
Do you see what I changed that word?
That's
to
right.
get to this breakthrough.
Yes.
You need a breakthrough, then let us make it happen.
Yes.
That's that belief right there. And when that happens to you, I can't tell you how many times that has been something where I thought about, and when it manifests, you are going to be like, oh, I had that power all the time. Let me say something.
Glory be to God.
So many of us want the guarantee. That's the problem. We don't see it, right?
Oh, you better.
Don't you get me started. And I've shared with my group, like when I first left my job for real, look like the for real leave, right? Mm-hmm. And I was making, I need y'all to hear me because I'm saying for a reason. I was making in a day what I was making my entire 80-hour paycheck.
Come on.
I need y'all to hear me right now.
Come on.
It was not about the money. I bought back my freedom. I bought back my time. I bought back my reason why.
That was 80 hours of your life.
But we're giving somebody else, and here I am blessing other people. But let me tell you what that really said. I need y'all to follow me. I'm in my 40s, y'all, okay? Had I known, y'all need to hear me, had I known that I could make in one day my 80-hour paycheck by following my belief, my gift, and taking a step out on faith, how much sooner would I left my job? Come on, y'all. Some of you guys had to move because you want that guarantee. The guarantee is not going to come by you sitting there waiting for it to come to you. You have to get moving. So I had to think when I had mortgages, I had kids, I had bills, and I said, God, I trust you.
Yes.
Do you trust God? Stop waiting for the guarantee. The guarantee is going to come when you get in that room and get that breakthrough. How much sooner would I have left my job had I known I could make it one day my 80-hour paycheck?
Come on.
Come on,
hey, Terry, what you say? Believe bigger, faster.
I will throw this whole phone, this whole live. Yeah, my fingertips are getting high. You know that I'm sweating. I don't got no lipstick on no more. It ain't cute. Listen, you know how we listen. Like, where am I listening? I'm trying to tell you that's the problem, and all that means is that you want that guarantee. Like you want to see it right now. You have to do the work first.
There is no guarantee in the beginning. There is only sacrifice. You got to sacrifice. And you have to trust God enough. Turn that one off, baby. My baby done turned the other light on me.
I love it.
You have to trust God enough to know that He's faithful too. He's faithful. He's faithful, but He requires your faithfulness first.
It's so true.
If you're faithful, baby, He's gonna make you ruler over many. And I love what you said, Terry, because this is why it's so important. And this is why we're pushing for you investing in yourself, because it takes you investing in you first to get to that season to where you can make in a day.
Yeah.
You can make in a day what it took you sitting 80 hours on a job away from your babies, your daycare, or with a family member. And I remember being at work. And I remember when I had got so fed up, the daycare, some kind of way, it was a mix up between the daycare and the school. And they brought my baby girl home. The bus dropped her off at home, and the daycare did not pick her up. The bus dropped her off at home, and I was sitting at work. And I didn't even know about it until I went to pick them up from daycare that night. Now I'm sitting at work 12 hours.
Jesus.
Away from my children. I'm sitting at work. And then I go to pick them up. My baby's the one telling me about all of this that took place and that happened. And this is why I say the favor of God, because it was the favor of God. It was the Lord sent the angels. It was a neighbor walking by, got my baby, got the bus driver to come back, take her back to the school, the daycare, picked her up. But it was one of them issues where they know they had dropped the ball and they was just trying to cover it up. But my baby's gonna tell me what's going on. They're gonna let me know. But I think back on stuff like that, and I'm like, that was time. This is why it's so key what you just said, Terry, because I got my time back. You can't put no price tag on it. I bought my time back. Like, I don't sit on a job 80 hours away from my babies. I don't know what's going on with my children. I don't know. And y'all know how people is. Don't nobody take care of your children the way you gonna take care of your children.
That right there.
You gonna make sure they good. Mama gonna let me get that little spot. Mama gonna do whatever. And yeah, there's some other, some good people out there, but they ain't gonna do what mama do. And I'm telling y'all, this is what it's about. Maybe your situation was not exactly the same as that. It might have been something else, but whatever it was for you, you deserve that freedom. You deserve that freedom to be able to get your time back. Be able to go and come as you please.
Yes.
And be there to need you.
Like that right there, that word right there, freedom. I talk about, so my gift is right there. I increase the kingdom, right, through wealth building. And and money is not the root of all evil. I'm gonna stay right there, because He wants you to be prosperous. He wants you to be abundant. He wants you to be able to pour into the kingdom and bless other people. So we're gonna kill that right there. The love of money is evil, but He wants you to be prosperous. That's how you bless other people. I have a wealth building ministry. And let me just say this. When I talk about building wealth, everybody thinks that I'm talking about money. That's why I always have to put in my captions, wealth building equals freedom.
Come on. That's
Freedom.
what it's about.
It's not about money. It's about your freedom. Do you understand what it feels like to wake up every single morning and be able to control your day from beginning to end? To be able to say, I want to be the chaperone. I want to care for my mom. I want to go on that trip. I want to retire my parents. I want to go to the nursing home and sit with this person. I want to volunteer at the church. Whatever it is you want to do. Not what I want to do. Not what you want to do. Do you understand the power in that? I'm a single mother of 3. I was in foster care. I was in group homes. I said, I want to be present. I want to be the chaperone on the field trip. I don't want to have to ask you about my PTO. I want to be present. I don't want you to be able to tell me when my lunch break is. I want to be able to leave when I want to leave. Like, right. I'm busy. I want to be able to take the whole week off because we're going to the zoo and Dorney Park and everywhere else just because. No, it ain't Christmas. No, it ain't nobody's birthday. Because we deserve it. We worked out hard. We want to go to the water park. Guys, right. That's what this is about. And again, it may not be, everybody may not be intended to be a self-employed entrepreneur, but what you're doing, the multiple streams of income, they are meant to free you.
That's it, Terry. That's it right there. Now, what I do, part of my niche is helping people leave their 9-to-5 and be full-time in their purpose. But a lot of people are not meant to leave their 9-to-5. A lot of people are meant to, you know, have that 9-to-5. I'm not against that. If that's what you love, if you able to work your purpose there and you happy there, then that's where you need to be. Now, if you know how you feel on the inside, you know how you feel when that alarm clock go off. If you don't like it, if you dreading it, then you need to get up out of there. Okay, you need to start making plans, make preparations to get up out of there. But everybody, like you said, is not meant to be a self-employed entrepreneur. But you is not going to be able to make it. You is not going to be able to live that abundant life that Jesus promised you if all you got is that 1 9-to-5 paycheck. You're going to need some more streams of income.
Listen, if COVID-19 ain't teach us anything else, that's why this time is so important, right? Because you're not promised tomorrow, so the time to do this is right now. Look, not now, right now. But there's a difference between needing that job and working there because it fulfills you.
Ooh, come on.
You gotta, like, if you don't, some of you, like, you're hating it and you have to be there. How about you have 5 other streams of income and you're able to take off when you want to still and do what you want to do still, or maybe even go part-time there or per diem or independent contractors. You can still control your own schedule, but you may go there because you want to go there.
Place. The world would be a better place. My children have a better school experience if every teacher was there because she wanted to be there. She was not there because she needed to pay a bill or she needed to pay her mortgage or she needed to help her husband out with bills because he ain't in his purpose and she ain't doing what she want to do. And it wouldn't be all this stuff that's going on now. We wouldn't have to deal with all of this stuff on the police force if the policeman was there because that's what he's called to do. That's what he loves to do. Doing it for the reasons, but he doing it because that's what he loves to do. That's the definition of success. You can be successful and work at McDonald's because if you love making them French fries, if you love flipping them burgers, and you get excited when your alarm clock go off, then baby, you successful. You more successful than the man on Wall Street making millions. And he
you're gonna make me throw this phone. Listen, like, what you said is so powerful, and I want you all to get this. So say you are that nurse working in home health care and you love it. Say you're working in an urgent care center, or maybe say you're a teacher. How about you open your own charter school? You open your own urgent care. You open your home health care company. Why can't you be the boss? Why can't you bless other people and then you be the employer? Come on now, you're believing too small.
Come on.
You find this kind of extra stream of income. You like to do hair. You like, well, I like my job. I do hair. I make people so beautiful, and I like how it is. Well, how about you own not a hair salon? How about you own a string of hair salons and then franchise it? Can you believe that big? Whatever you're doing right now, you like to drive the bus because you love them kids. Can you have your own bus company, your own transportation company? You like being the manager at McDonald's. You like being able to interact with the public and to talk to different people. Well, how about you own a couple of McDonald's? Not one. How about you start your own and franchise that? Can you believe big enough that wherever it is you're doing right now for somebody else, that you can own that and then be the employer? Ooh, stop it. Stop it. You believe it?
See how powerful Atlanta about to be, baby.
And I'm only the host.
And
Your host is gonna get you on fire.
Yeah, they ought to be shooting everywhere, baby, because the fire gonna be up in that thing.
I think I'm about to have my hair in a bun. Cause y'all know I like all this. I'm a little extra, y'all. For y'all that don't know me yet, I'm a little extra. God just made me that way. He said, be who you are. So I like all this hair, but baby, this hair hot. Like I had to be up there in the bun. Like because y'all, if you've gotten value from even what you've heard here, these coaches, these mighty women of God, and this event is for kings and queens.
Yes.
Let me just say right there. But these mighty women of God,
yes.
Toya, her team, I promise you, if you felt something right now, can you imagine? Can you imagine being in the room? Y'all, I'm only the host. Like, I don't know. Listen, that's how powerful. And I'm a life coach too, because guess what? I saw power in Latoya and I invested in that course, and now I'm a certified life coach.
Yes.
Listen, when you get people together like this, that are doing it for God, that is their gift, that they're working in their gift, you can't help but believe different. Right. You can't help. But you look, all I gotta say is, are you ready for your breakthrough? And I need you to stop. Believe bigger. Toya, no, that's part of my testimony. Listen, that's for another live. I need you to believe bigger, faster. Put it in the comments. Write it down. Text it to yourself. Put it on your mirror. Can you believe bigger, faster? Because guess what? There's no better time than right now. That's and one thing that COVID taught us is that we're not promised tomorrow.
God.
It takes a little bit. Can you have a little bit of faith? Can you just take one step? Can you do one thing differently? You can't have an abundant blessing without having a little bit of faith and taking a little bit of risk. You're not going to see it right now, but He's not going to give it to you if you're letting fear hold you in bondage. Who wants to be broken out of bondage? We're gonna break that thing off of you, because I promise you, Toya got them testimonies about heating her house with the stove, and I got testimonies about putting my change on my dresser in the Team Star to be able to get groceries for my kids. Y'all, I don't think you understand how powerful that is, because I'm the credit expert. I'm gonna stay right there for a second. I'm being real with you, because life happens to all of us. Right. All of us. And we have those dark moments, and behind the scenes, we have shame, embarrassment. People going to judge us. Guess what? People going to judge you no matter what. Right. Guess what? I'm going to tell you all my good and I'm going to tell you all my dirt. That way you don't have to, I'm going to tell you I came from the gutter. I'm going to tell you this wasn't supposed to be my lifestyle. I'm going to tell you that I stepped out on faith, and a couple of times, boom, I hit that ground. I said, whoa, Jesus, you told me you're going to have some dark days. We're not saying it's going to be a walk in the park. What we are saying is that it's worth it. If you want that breakthrough blessing, you want to break that curse, you want to be the one to break that cycle, you want that generational wealth, you want that freedom, then you have to believe bigger, faster. And part of that belief is getting this information and getting that breakthrough. Because there's something, just like you said, something is holding you in bondage. There is something in between where you need to be and where you are right now. Let us help you with that thing, because sometimes one thing can break that. And baby, that overflow blessing, I never saw this life for myself. You gonna make me? Come on. Glory to God. I've been living a life that I never imagined. Yes. I didn't see it for myself, and neither did anybody else around me. Yes. Tell it, because people need to know that it's possible. It's so possible. Both my parents on drugs. My grandfather and my father not even graduating high school. Me being a teen mom. Me going through divorce. Me going through medical. He will throw everything at you. Everything. And it is honestly meant for you to have empathy. Not sympathy, empathy. So we can actually say, you know what? I know what it feels like to try and go to get and be a single parent. I know what it feels like to go through divorce. I know what it feels like to go through depression, anxiety, hurt. Everybody's story is a little bit different, right? But if you can see somebody else who made it through, guess what that means? It may be hard, but it's not impossible. Yes. You can make it through too.
Gives you hope. It gives you hope. And that's what y'all are gonna get by being in that room. By being in that room, seeing that powerful move of God. You know, they say if you stay by the fire long enough, you're gonna mess around and get burned. See, being in the midst of that fire, it's like a faith activator. It activates your faith and it exposes you to what's possible.
Yes, it's
yes,
oh my
Carl.
God. It's not always going to be easy, but it's worth it. Look, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Let me say it again. If it was easy, everybody could do it. What does Miss Toya always say? The divine ones, right?
Yes.
You're divine, you're here for a reason. You're appointed and anointed to be here for a reason. The standout, the black sheep, the one that everybody doubts, right?
Man.
This other side, baby.
And let me tell y'all too, before we wrap up, let me tell y'all this too. By being in the room, the value that you're gonna get is like you can't even put a price tag on that. Okay. The value that you're gonna get by being in the room. I also want y'all to understand that you are a part by being in that room, by being in attendance, by being present, you are a part of a vision manifesting that was given from God. You are taking part in a vision. Jesus. And see, it's going to wake you up and it's going to give you even more clarity on your vision. And then other people, you're just going to go on to do the same thing in your own way. So understand that by you being in the room, the value that you get is indescribable. Like we can't even put a tag on it. We can't even price it because it's destiny, it's legacy.
Jesus. Listen,
so, plugging on you to be there, be there.
Look, I done talked my lipstick off and everything. I'm gonna know I was hot pink to be. I'm gonna just say, like, every single morning, you may not understand this. I need everybody to get this. Grateful and humble. Grateful and humble. Mm-hmm. The reason why people even do events like this, right? To want to pour into other people, because the investment, like I said, is priceless, is because we're grateful. Yes. And we're humble.
Yes.
And we know that is just a little bit of information. Had we been exposed earlier, our story may be even different. Mm-hmm. It's time for you to be exposed.
Hey, Terry, there's people that's bringing their daughters. Y'all think about, oh, I get chills. You think about if somebody would have took me when I was 20. When I knew life, now I'm somewhere in somebody's courthouse getting married at 20. If I would have had somebody to snatch me by my ponytail with my grown self, talking about being somebody's wife, somebody should have snatched me by my ponytail and said, we're finna get an airplane and I'm finna take you up here to this seminar. And I'm gonna let you listen to these, oh, glory be to God. I'm gonna let you listen to these folks speak. That is breaking generational curses. That is setting the next generation up for wealth. That's
that exposure.
Yes.
That right there. That exposure. Like that right that I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you. My breakthrough year was 2015. I'm in my 40s, y'all. And guess what? I'm not upset about it because everything happens according to his perfect plan. But I want you to know that he also gives you free will, right? You can change this narrative. You can change this story. Not only come be yourself in that room, just like you said, bring somebody else too. Bring your niece, bring your goddaughter, bring your daughter, bring that neighbor. If you can, bring somebody else too, so you can get that anointing together. Yes. Let somebody else be exposed. A lot of people have never, ever been in an environment like this, heard like this, seen women. Look at, we are all powerful women with brands and businesses. Are we competing with each other? We pouring into each other. We need to see that more often. We are team. Together, everyone accomplishes more. We are cheering each other on. We are edifying each other. We are helping each other. We are pouring into each other. Can we start right there? We're seeing people that all our business owners with brands all have anointing and a gift working together. Come on now. Mm-hmm. That exposure, that right there, no dollar amount.
Yes. At the right season of your life,
Yes.
It's life changing. And you know, the person that is obedient and does that and does what God has instructed them to do, and they bring somebody along, or they think enough somebody to, you know, see their situation and have compassion. That's another word, compassion. Have compassion on people for what they're going through, and put them in that environment and give them that exposure. Will the Lord not bless you? Listen to me. See, will the Lord not open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that there will not even be room enough for you to receive it, because you thought beyond yourself. Glory be to God.
That's it right there. That's that breakthrough right there.
Yes.
That's that breakthrough right there. Getting out of the mindset, me, my. Even if you bring that person, and I'm just going to say it, maybe their breakthrough even happens before you. Can you still be happy for them?
Yes.
Can you still cheer them on? Can you still be encouraging? Can you still support them?
Yes.
That being able to bring somebody else along and do it together,
Yes.
he will bless you so you can be a blessing to others. He will bless you so you can be a blessing to others.
Yes. Glory be to God. I'm coming, baby.
Look, we said 30 minutes. Toya, look, I'm going to be quiet. Be the later so you can get all this good energy and this anointing, this favor, all in one room. You think you done felt something on this live, baby? And I'm gonna go get me some color stay so I can be when y'all do the. I love it. Brick time. We can't. So first of all, let me say, Toya, thank you for allowing me to be part of this event. You know what? I'm gonna say because I'm excited to be in the room, and when you and everybody else is speaking, I'm going to be a humble student and be taking my notes and listening and receiving. There's going to be a time where I'm going to be talking, but there's going to be a time where I need to be quiet and receive from all of you queens. And I'm there to not only give, but I'm there to receive all you all have. And so I appreciate you for allowing me to be part of the event. I'm excited to see you queens and kings. Listen, I'm ready. We ready when you are. Just start by getting the ticket. Figure out how to get there later. That's a commitment right there. How many people know when you actually invest in that ticket, you're like, oh, I gotta spend the money for the ticket. Now I know I got to get there some kind of way. Train, plane, automobile. What's that song? Look, I can get train, plane, automobile. So, you know, we're excited to see you and come for your breakthrough. Come for your breakthrough.
Go ahead and make them something. I'm coming.
Look, we was only supposed to be on here 30 minutes. It's Toya's fault.
They pulling on me. They put mama duty calls. But to those that are have not gotten your ticket, I do have the link in my bio here on Instagram. This video is on my YouTube channel, and we'll have the link in the description of this video. Go ahead and get y'all tickets because we are soon to be sold out. So you want to go ahead and get the ticket. I love each and every one of y'all so much. Go back, and you know what? I hear the Lord say for a lot of you, go back and watch this video, because even aside from the event, it's so many nuggets that have been dropped on this live. So y'all go back and get that on the replay. I love y'all so much. Terri, I thank you so much for being on, Queen. It's always a good time with you. Let me get ready to go, y'all. Okay, y'all check in with y'all later.
Bye, everybody. See you soon.